Hey everyone, it's Joey. As many of you know, I have a podcast that largely, if not solely, depends on the expertise, time, and willingness from park rangers to jump on and chat about the national parks. And if you're following me, you're likely already in the loop with what's been going on with layoffs regarding U.S. Forest Service rangers as well as National Park Service rangers. So I guess I just really wanted to come on here and share my testimony for the national parks and park rangers. I fell in love with the national parks about 3 years ago. And in my first couple of parks, I went to Grand Teton and I was preparing for a backcountry adventure. And before my trip, I met with a park ranger who was preparing me and spent so much time with me, mainly explaining the differences between grizzly bears and black bears. And after my trip, I was thinking to myself how I lacked so much knowledge in that area before my trip and how thankful I was for that ranger. And that's when I had the idea to create the podcast, to sit down with rangers to showcase their expertise and their work in hopes to educate visitors before they visit national parks. But a year into this project, all I can think about is with the dozens of park rangers that I've met with, how deeply in love each one of them are with their jobs, many of whom have dedicated their entire lives to schooling and research, and of course, their time and work in the parks. And so I'm devastated and sad for them, for the ones that, of course, have been laid off, but also for their colleagues who have to come to work without their friends and without people they relied on a day to day basis. The public is so madly in love with the national parks because they're wild and pristine. But the reason why they're wild and pristine is because of the park rangers and the many jobs that they do and take on when they're in the parks. And so I'm scared for what the future of public lands looks like with these lack of resources now. But mostly, I'm just thankful for the Rangers and just want to say thank you and that I'm here for you and that I plan to still tell the stories of the national parks from the perspective of the park rangers. And you've always been here for me, and you will continue to be here for all the visitors that come to the national parks each year. And so I really just want you to know that I'm here for you too. And I'm sure hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are also here to support you and protect these beautiful places as well.